Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Cheap Seats. We are doing our first prediction video for WWE's next PLE, or pay-per-view, as I like to call them, Payback. So it's happening at the end of this week as we are recording on a Tuesday. And obviously joined by my partner. Not that kind of partner, but my partner in crime, shall we say, Orca Shield.
Hello, welcome. We could be that type of partner by the end of the year.
Anyway, so wrestling. So the first match that was announced quite a few weeks ago now, with the rather interesting 6-man tag that turned a bit nasty at the end, is Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. If you want to give your predictions and what you think's going to go down. First, let me ask you a question first. Where do you think this is going to be on the card? So
I think this will be the main event. I think so far, unless something drastic happens on Friday, this will be the first PLE or pay-per-view that has not had anything to do with the bloodline on it whatsoever. And I'm kind of happy at this stage. I feel like they've given it a month off of this pay-per-view because Paul Heyman is desperately scribbling down notes of how to prolong this story. They are trying anything to get this to go on to Mania. So I think this will be the main event. I think this will be the last.
Okay. Who do you think is going over?
I'm going to go for Seth retaining, I think, here. I think Seth retains it.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure, because I think Seth's the babyface in this, isn't he? Easily.
Yes, he is.
So I do think at some point they need to get the belt off Seth for potentially someone that's on the card later on tonight to be there. It needs a heel to face him.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Seth for this one.
Okay. All right. That is interesting. I totally agree with you, 100%. Shinsuke Nakamura does not deserve to be jobbing on the mid card. If Seth is injured, there's a highly likely chance it'll be a case of he goes over Nakamura, but then Priest will cash in, or there's some weird such stuff going on, and Shinsuke is going to offer up Seth to the Judgment Day, perhaps something like that. I don't know, or maybe Shinsuke wins clean. I hope that's the result I want. Right, moving on. Next match. Some people would say, "Oh, it's the toilet break match," but let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Shall I go first?
on this one? Yeah, you can go first on this one.
Rhea has to retain. She has to retain. She has been one of the best and most believable women's champions on SmackDown. They're going to beat the crap out of each other, I think. I think it's going to be really physical. I hope Rhea retains. I think she will. I don't think Raquel has quite got into the really hot position yet where she's ready to take the title.
Yeah, I agree with you. Rhea, Mami has to retain. She is not dropping the belt here. I think if she does drop the belt, I think it's going to be a push for, if I had to say, it's going to be Raquel's partner in Liv Morgan. I think it'll be a good match, this. I think this is going to be middle of the card somewhere. Which is... It's weird because Rhea's having some great matches. When she hasn't defended it as often as I'd like. If they build her up correctly, Liv Morgan is the only one I can see doing it.
Maybe Liv comes back and costs Rhea. We don't know. Okay, all right, let's move on. So the next match is the next women's match. I hope this is first, or at least early on. Is Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch?
Yeah, this one is. I mean, there's a reason why the last few Raws they've had to mute the crowd, because the crowd are absolutely dead on this now. I think they were chanting "This is shit." This shit's awful, I think it was, and it had to be muted. It should have been blown off at the last pay-per-view, but time constraints with the bloodline stuff and I've forgotten what else it was, meant that this match was canned. Because this rivalry started when Trish stepped in for Lita, and then
that's right.
There's been nothing from Lita since that day. It's just been a constant 2-on-1 Trish and Zoe Stark versus Becky. that it's got to win. That this is going to be such a bad match. This is the one that I'm not looking forward to.
My thoughts on this. You know when we're playing my GM mode,
Yeah.
and you know when we've got a really crap, we're scraping the barrel. Like we put two unknown jobbers with less than a star against each other, but we need to make it exciting, so we put it in a steel cage. This is what that feels like. I'm sorry. I love Becky Lynch, and I've always loved Trish Stratus. This has been going on for too long that the novelty's worn off, and each encounter is worse than the last. And Becky needs to move on. Absolutely needs to get involved with Damage Control, with Io Sky, any of that group. She needs to get back involved with the title thing, because at the moment she's doing the kind of Brock Lesnar novelty act. Like she's kind of just taking on anyone and anything. Okay, right. Moving on to the next match on the card. At least we think. I think this will be like maybe early in the pay-per-view, maybe second. Not the I think this might even be the curtain jerker. This might be the opening match. Is a WWE legend, Rey Mysterio versus up and coming Austin Theory. I think there's going to be shenanigans here. Like Rey is one of those classic characters where he's always getting betrayed. Like he is the forever babyface who will always get his best friend, mentor, whoever it is, turn on him. Batista did it, Eddie did it, Chavo did it. Anyone he's formed an alliance with has turned on him. It's the Rey Mysterio curse, I guess. Even his own son turned on him. This is what I think. Theory's going to get his title back with shenanigans involving the LWO. I've got this horrible feeling that they're using all of this to turn Santos Escobar heel.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you in this one, and it pains me a lot that Mysterio is just Santos is going to turn, but I don't think it's going to be to cost Rey. I think Rey wins. And then as they're celebrating, it's sort of like the Batista thumbs up, thumbs down. If this is going to be the opener, because I'm struggling to look at this card and see which is going to open the show, then I think you would start off on a big sort of babyface win of Rey, and then the turn happens after.
Yeah. We've now got the man that everybody's talking about, and the man that no one's talked about for a long time, LA Knight versus The Miz.
This match does not deserve to be on a pay-per-view. This match is a Raw or SmackDown match that they have just gone, yeah, we'll stick it here. It's got to be. I think that the push is slowly happening for LA Knight at this point. So I think Miz is something like he's lost. I think he's got 1 in 34 matches, I think, is his record this year. It's something ridiculous, and I can't see him turning that around against LA Knight. I think this is the first premium live event that where are they? I've forgotten where they are now. It's the first one in 5 years here. It begins with P. I can't remember where they are.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, that's the one. It's the first premium live event there, and I think if they have Miz win, there will be a riot up and down Pittsburgh. There is no way, unless some massive shenanigans happens and someone's called up or someone returns to stop Knight, there is no way in hell that the Miz is leaving with a W here. It has got to be LA Knight that wins this one. It's going to be a 5-10 minute match that's just chucked in. Maybe this goes on second last. It's short and sweet, and a big feel good moment for the crowd.
So you're going with LA Knight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so now I'm going to tell you what I think. I think this is WWE, again, dragging their heels over what to do with LA Knight. This is a perfect example of putting two very, very, very good wrestlers, very good performers together in a storyline that's been built over 2 weeks. And there's no... They have chemistry. Oh my god! Like they have got on the mics. Like it's brutal to watch sometimes because you're just like, oh, I can't believe he went there. Oh my god, it's so good. But why? What apart from Miz calling him a flavor of the month, he is so over. He can't lose this to the Miz. And I think the finish is going to be a case of, oh, Miz goes for the skull crushing finale. Oh, it's been reversed into a blunt force trauma. And yeah, LA Knight needs to go on to something more worthwhile than the second to last match with the Miz. Yeah, I think LA Knight wins. He needs to move on. Is Grayson Waller and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, so far booked just for the Grayson Waller effect.
Okay.
Chat show.
Okay. But okay, looking at every single Grayson Waller effect show that he's done, every single one has resulted in him being an absolute dick to his guest and shitting on any sort of legacy they've had or anything. Like, he's going to bring up Stardust. He's going to bring up Dashing Cody. Like, he's going to bring up all these former versions of Cody Rhodes just to, get the crowd to be, oh, boo, and Cody's going to be good guy Cody. He's going to sit there, he's going to smile, he's going to go like, oh, yeah, he's going to roll his eyes, and he's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, that happened, I can't deny that. He's going to try and be good guy Cody, but then Grayson Waller's just going to push it too far, probably mention his dad. I'm just thinking about it. This might be the opening talk segment that then leads to a match later in the evening, potentially. But what do you think?
I honestly don't know. It's such a random combination as well, because Cody Rhodes has had nothing to do with Waller for a while, so it's just sort of, again, it's like, we need Cody Rhodes on the show. How do we get him on the show?
Yeah,
Grayson Waller. he's booked in. He gets the crowd going, and I think that he's going to talk about his best friend Brock Lesnar. There's going to be, like you say, there's going to be jabs from Waller at this point, and then I don't see what either of them get from it. Like, Grayson Waller gets his ass handed to him again because he seems to be picking fights with every upper card person, and then Cody Rhodes gets absolutely nothing from beating Waller. That's my only worry with that. Maybe they announce War Games for Survivor Series again here. Like you say, it could be on first just to get the crowd pumped, because you could easily start Payback with Waller already in the ring.
Yeah.
And he announces as guest rather than anything else.
And then the last announced match on the card, or maybe, yesterday, is a tag team match. Tag team titles match. It's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Oh god, okay, so I know I said, like, rumors aside, but knowing things does influence your opinion on what's going to happen. So I'm going to quickly give two versions. The first version is, what do I want to happen? I want, and this is God's honest truth, I want Judgment Day to pick up the titles here. So, your thoughts on the tag team match? Where in the card and who's going to win?
See, this is the one where I had it sort of second to last before, but they needed some sort of stopgap in the middle, because I think this is going to be a very big match. This is going to be at least sort of, I reckon, 15, 20 minutes, this match. They're going to give them time. But I think the clue in this one is sort of in the name, and the fact that it's a Steel City street fight suggests that it's no rules, which means Dirty Dom can get involved.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to turn into a 5-on-2 match, this. And for those of you wondering, but there's only 4 members of the Judgment Day, I think this is the night that Jordan Devlin or JD Madonna gets invited into the Judgment Day full time. Like, at the minute, I don't know, because WWE decided to go for long-term storytelling. It's like a lot of their title holders have held it for exceptionally long periods of time, and then they all of a sudden stop breaking up. Like, there's been cracks in Imperium with Giovanni Da Vinci that they seem to be like attacking him whenever he loses a match. You've got Bloodline splitting up. You've got Judgment Day cracks showing in that. It's like, you need that big faction that's gonna sort of run a brand. Yeah. But I think you need JD in the Judgment Day, and then you've got Finn, Dom, Damian, JD War Games. That's your 4 people on one side of War Games. You've
Mm,
then got
okay,
you can then have KO, Sammy, maybe put Cody back in there since he's been in this. To and fro, I don't know, but
it kind
maybe
of
2 more people. But you can definitely have 4 people if them 4 is your War Games faction.
Okay, well, that is all from us for now. We will probably do another a results video. So once Payback has happened this Saturday, we will be back with a results and thoughts on the premium live event or pay-per-view, as we said, and yeah, we hope you guys enjoy it. If you're going, if you're attending or watching live, enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Catch you in the next video, guys.